10 years. I've been doing this YouTube gig for 10 whole years. And by this point, most other Gemmy collectors would have either quit or moved on to other pastures. But here I am, continuing to make these silly videos for the better part of a decade. And in that time, I've watched the community grow and change. And at the same time, I've changed personally a hell of a lot, along with my videos. But anyways, hey guys, Jay Schlatt here. And if you've been following me since literally the very beginning, like I'm talking as early as 10 years ago in 2013, you know, gosh darn well and good, that the very first thing I ever uploaded to YouTube was this guy, Disco Dino, a somewhat obscure, yet not all that uncommon of an animated plush figure made by the one and only Gemmy Industries Corporation. And who would have thought that the very first video I uploaded would be the thing that put me on the map and get me out there and recognized by a whole community of collectors who have pretty much the same interests and hobbies as mine. I've seen friendships come and go with this whole collecting gig. I've been through good times and bad times, but I can safely say that the positives definitely outweighed the negatives. And at the same time, my experience on how to repair animatronics, while it wasn't the best at the beginning, I've learned and grown as a collector doing this. Now, I no longer have the very first one I reviewed. That one is long gone in history. So this is a second one that I got back in 2015, not too long after I had my first one, because the head bracket was actually snapped off on my first one, and it had the same case for the second one. Now, as I've learned over time, for some odd and bizarre reason, despite having the same mechanism as, you know, the singing gorillas, the bears, all those guys, the head bracket is more likely to snap on the dinosaur characters. And why is that? Well, I can only come to the conclusion that despite being a hollow piece, the head seems to put a lot more pressure on the head bracket, causing it to snap in that one place. But what I tried at first was gluing the head bracket, and that did temporarily fix it, but then the head bracket snapped again. So what I did was I took out the old bracket, I replaced it with a dancing penguin that came unexpectedly fried, and I got one of those replaced, so don't worry about that. And I used that one's head bracket, and I put it on this guy, and he fully works. Now, the head's a little off kilter since the mouth doesn't close all the way, but I honestly prefer having it this way than to have it not working properly at all. Now, the box to my first Disco Dino was beaten up, especially on the front. So I tried to look for a brand new box for my second Disco Dino, and I saw one that actually, so I got a third Disco Dino that came with a box, but that one was unfortunately fried. But yeah, the box to a third fried Disco Dino plus my second Disco Dino, now properly repaired, equals a quality product that, despite being in its 20s, is sure to last many more years to come. Now that it's with a collector that tries to take collecting and preserving these items as seriously as he does. All right, enough of me rambling. Let's get to the box. It says, "Hey, good looking, squeeze my hand if you want to boogie. Disco Dino, try me. Ages 6 and up." Here's the side of the box. It says, "Disco Dino. I'm Disco Dino. I'm Disco Dino. Squeeze my hand and get ready to dance. Watch my smooth moves as I dance and sing to a musical composition of the hit song, Disco Inferno. Simply squeeze my hand to activate me." Here's the back of the box. It says the same thing as the sides. Requires 3 AA batteries. Disco Inferno, copyright 1976, 6 Strings Music, BMI. Gemmy Industries Corp., Irving, Texas, 75038 USA, copyright 1998. This is item number 30180. Not sure what the extra dash WLG is for, but whatever. Here's the other side. And that's it for the box. So, let's play them. All right, now let's get them out of the box. And yup, it's nice to have the item that essentially was the item I used to start my YouTube career. It's nice to have one of these back. There's the eyes. And as you all know by now, there was a hip-swinging version of this character made. I managed to get one of those back as well. And yes, I did have to bust open the back of the head by undoing the stitching to get to that head mechanism. And you can see the zip tie sticking out there, but it's not that big a deal because you really can't see it, especially if you just do that. See, you can't even tell there's a zip tie there. There's the tag. Hold on. All right, it says Gemmy Industries, Inc., Irving, Texas, 75038. Made in China. I bet you guys are getting a huge nostalgia overload right now just from seeing me re-review this guy 10 years later. And spoilers, this guy isn't the only one who's getting a re-review treatment to celebrate 10 years of me on YouTube. I got plenty of other reviews and some new stuff too coming on the way. So look forward to that during this entire month that some would celebrate as Pride Month, you know, despite Pride being one of the 7 deadly sins. But for now, I digress. I don't celebrate Pride Month for that particular reason. But enough about that. Let's focus back on the dino and play this guy out of his box. And one more time for good measure. And there you go, guys. That's the community classic Disco Dino from 1998. And I just want to take this time, these last few minutes of this video, to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos over everyone else's. Not that their videos were terrible, mind you. They've got some pretty good takes on reviewing things like this, but it's just that I've seen a lot of members of the community, some good, some bad, some turning out to be twist villains, but through all of it, I knew from the very beginning that there were people that wouldn't hate me no matter what and would always be there by my side. And I can only give you, the viewer watching this video, the most humble thank you. No, seriously, never in my wildest dreams would I think that being someone who basically has a passion for collecting little animated stuffed animals and knickknacks like this, I didn't think for the life of me that there would be this many people who would be interested in such a concept. But if the number of subscribers I have currently proves anything, is that there are people that are actually willing to take the time and get invested in basically the animation industry as we know it. And even when I was bullied and harassed and basically framed, taking things out of context to make me look like one of the most disgusting people on the face of the earth, when realistically, I really am a good guy once you get to know me. I really, really am. So I just want to say that whatever comes next, I am sticking around. I have been through worse. And I'm sure that as long as we stick together as one, we can make the community, as well as the world in general, a better place to be. Thanks for watching, and here's to another grand 10 years of reviewing animated plush knickknacks. Thanks for watching.